This is the instructional video for the 2025 bill calendar by Confident Coin. When you open the spreadsheet up, this should be the first tab that you open it to. There are 3 tabs in the file: the bill list, payments, and calendar. On this tab, you are going to enter in all of the bills that you want to include in your spreadsheets. So to do an example here, we will click under the name, type it in, enter in the amount, and then using the drop down, we will select the frequency. So there's weekly, which means once a week, bi-weekly, which means every other week, semi-monthly would be the 1st and the 15th, monthly would be once a month, quarterly, annually, and one time only. Then you will want to select the payment start date. This is somewhat important if you're adding new bills later. So after you set this all up and you're adding new bills in the future, you want to make sure that you use a payment start date that is reflective of when you're actually entering it into the payment calendar setup. Then there's payment end date. You don't need to enter an end date. If you don't enter a payment end date, it will use 12 months from now, which is basically a year. If you do need to enter a payment end date, you will just double click and then select one. And then finally, you will enter in a category. Now, the spreadsheet comes with pre-set up categories for you. Here you can either erase all of these and come up with other ones, or you can add to it, whichever you prefer. Now we are going to go over the bill payments tab. On this tab, you can see a bunch of data that has been copied over from your bill list, whether it's paid, the bill name, the amount, the due date. Then there is a column to change the amount, change the date you paid it, and then the categories. There's also an area for notes if needed. So for the first bill we have here is property tax, the one that I just entered. Let's say that we get our property tax bill and the amount isn't $3,200 because that was my estimate. It is instead, let's say, $3,400. So we are going to enter the updated amount in the change amount column. Likewise, if instead of it being due on the 1st, maybe it is now due on the 28th, you can enter that as well. When you have paid the bill, you will use the tick box, and if you want, you can double click and enter the date paid if that is something you need to track. Additionally, in the notes column, maybe you can say paid by MasterCard online. You can also see that when you pay a bill, it changes the formatting of it, so it will italicize it and put it into light gray once it has been paid. This tab also has some features to help you sort if you want to see your bill payments differently. So for example, if you want to only see the bills that are paid, you can use the funnel here to change what you can see. So if you want to see all of the bills that are paid, you would unclick the false one, so everything that's true, and push OK, and so you can see all the bills that have been paid. To clear that, you'll just go to select all to push OK, and it will bring everything back. Likewise, maybe you only want to see bills that are due in a certain month or a certain period. You can filter bills like that. You could also filter bills by category. So this is the calendar tab. Pretty much everything on this tab populates for you. There are 2 settings that you will want to modify. First is the calendar start date here in F6. To modify this, you will just double click and either select Sunday or Monday, and the calendar will adjust for you. And then the other one is the reminder. So how many days in advance would you like to know that you have upcoming bills? So you could change this to any number. You could do 30, you could do 5, and you can see that when you change it, it updates for you. To change the month of the calendar, you will double click and then select the 1st of the month that we are going to be using or that you want to look at. It will automatically update the calendar for you. You just need to use the calendar selector to choose the date that you'd like. Going over the table here, we can see that the bills that we have paid in the payments tab are automatically ticked off if they are paid. We also can see the name, the amount, the due date, and how many days that are left until the bill is due. You can also see that for property tax, we made that change up here. The new date and the new amount have been included. You can also see the red exclamation marks over here. These are to let you know that the bill due date has passed, but they are unpaid. And then finally, on the calendar itself, you can see all of the bills that are due on the days that they are due and whether or not they have been paid. So the rent, for example, is ticked off. We can see that that one is paid. The final feature of the bill calendar is a bunch of stickers down here at the bottom. I'm going to zoom out just a little. And so this is one of those stickers. And the way that they work is you can click on the sticker, move it where you want it to go. You can use the little square handles to resize and place the sticker there. It will save. So if we put, for example, this sticker at the top here and we change the calendar month, it's going to stay. So if you want a different sticker for a different month, you will need to move them. So that is the bill calendar instructional video. If you have any questions, please reach out to us as we want you to get the most out of your spreadsheet. Thanks for watching.